What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today I am coming at you with a WIP and chat. WIP stands for work in progress, and I'm going to chat for about an hour. Maybe less, maybe more. We'll see how it goes. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope that you'll stick around. I make a variety of diamond painting content, including WIP and chats, unboxings, post reviews, product reviews, you name it, as well as some tutorials. I answer questions. I do all kinds of stuff. So I hope you'll stick around. If you're not new to the channel, yo, what up? You look good today, girl, or boy, or neither. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood, y'all. Anyways, let me get through my tools really quickly. You're going to see something a little new, but I'll save it for last because I usually start with the pen. I'm going to go with the pen last. But inside of the pen, in the single placer, I am using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. You can find them over on Etsy. There will be links down in the description. If you don't know how to get to the description, because that's been a question, if you're looking at your video, down at the bottom, it'll say like when this was posted, how many views it has, and then it'll say ... more. Click more, and it'll open up a whole thing, and there'll be all kinds of information down there, including if you'd like to join my upcoming event for Mary Morales, celebrating the art of Margaret Morales. Anyways, all of that to tell you where the description box was. This is Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. It works like a glue dot. It's a liquid that turns solid. It goes from white to clear, and then it works just like a glue dot does. It's pretty amazing. I love this stuff. And like I have it kind of sticking out of the pen right now, but usually it's a little further in there. I don't know. That's probably just me having issues. It's trying to escape. Aren't we all? In my single or multi-placer language, I'm using Putty Crocker's Boutique and More, the hard presser formula. This smells like Viva La Juicy. I don't know what Viva La Juicy is supposed to smell like, but it kind of smells a little bit like a 13-year-old in a mall. That's not bad. I mean, 13-year-olds in the mall don't necessarily smell like bad or anything, but they probably smell like they walked out of a Victoria's Secret, just like sprayed themselves with spray. It's kind of like that, but not like obnoxious, you know, like a 13-year-old usually is. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's not too bad. It's not like headache inducing, so that's nice. I'm using a tray here from Firefly. That it is the Switch Mini Max. It has a removable lid, which I remove, a removable trash tray, which again I take out of there, and then an open and close pour spout. I got it. There we go. You can, in the hole here, you can put your pen, and your pen will not fall over. Pretty handy stuff. I need to back you up a little. Hold on. There, I was feeling a little like, I don't know, claustrophobic. Like, get out of my face. You're not in my, I mean, you're pretty close to my face, but anyways. And then I have some tarot cards here. I always read one card as our thought for the week. So if you stick around till the end, you'll get a little sneaky peeky of my tarot deck here. I'll get into that later. For now, we'll get them out of the way. The diamond painting that I am working on. Oh, no, my pen. I said I was going to save it. I didn't mean I was going to save it until, like, never talk about it. I'm all over the place, you guys. This is actually from Diamond Pen Pal, so it will look familiar in that it's a Diamond Pen Pal pen, like the other that I normally use is the Satura. This one is actually based on the Margaret Morales piece called Ajacai, which has hydrangeas, which is actually what Ajacai means. But this one is different than the Ajacai that other people receive. This one is a two of a kind pen that I received, and it actually has the art, upside down, the art of Margaret Morales inside, and it is Ajacai, and it is a beautiful piece. And as Mary Morales is coming around, I thought, why not use my Ajacai pen? The diamond painting that I just started working on is not a blank page. There it is. Naughty Space Void by Yume Art. This is from Diamond Art Club, and it is a square in 60 by 76 centimeters in 59 colors, but I did a lot of changes in the canvas, which I'll go over when I do the post review. I should probably put a start date on here because I started it today. What's today's date? Today is the 18th. But yeah, I just started working on it, but I needed something to kind of keep me busy. Guys, for my first topic of discussion, I finished the WIPs that I wanted to get done for the year, which meant I had no other active WIPs. I had to do something. I had to start something because, like, I had nothing going on, which is kind of unusual. I mean, I'm not the kind of person who, like, has, you know, squeaky chair, 15 or whatever WIPs going, but I usually do have 2 or 3. And so I wanted to make sure I kind of cleared the decks, although this isn't really clearing the decks. I wanted to be kind of start the new year fresh, but I think I can get this done prior to the beginning of January. So I'm not too terribly worried. There's a lot of confetti and color blocking in this piece, so it should be fine. But tell me in the comments, please, new or not, how's your week been? What you been up to? You've been keeping busy? Have you been staying out of trouble? And if you're not staying out of trouble, that's totally fine. Trouble is good sometimes. Depends on the kind of trouble you're getting into. I only need 2 drills, literally, for this color, so I didn't want to dump everything out and then have to dump it back in. Getting into trouble can be a good thing, depending on, you know, what you're trying to accomplish. I don't know what it is. There's something about the end of the year that, like, I feel the need to just get all of the annoyances out of my body. And while I'm not generally annoyed by diamond painters, I'm not generally annoyed by influencers, there are annoying things out there that generally happen. So anything that I'm saying, if it applies to you, it is not meant for you, most likely. Or if it is meant for you, your name's not going to be mentioned. So if if the shoe fits, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? There we go. That was weird. For some reason my my flash was on, and then I felt this feeling like Beans was gonna make sounds, and what do you know? He started barking out of literally nowhere. So I paused at the perfect time. That all being said, okay, I am not really talking about anybody in particular. I don't have anybody in particular in mind with most of these things. Some I may have a person in mind, but I'm not going to name any names. I don't think it's you. If you're listening, it's probably not you. But if it is you, I apologize. I probably didn't mean you. That being said, it's the end of the year, and I want to get all annoyances out of the way before the beginning of next year, okay? Now, this is all honestly in good fun. It is, well, one thing I will say later that is not in good fun, it's actually pretty serious, that I will rant a little bit about, and it's more or less because of the outright disrespect to artists. In particular, I'll get into that more seriousness later, but for right now, in all honesty, the rest is all in good fun. It's not really meant to be, you know, that spicy. It's just for giggles, okay? Except the one thing that I will talk about, but the rest is honestly just for giggles. Can I say right now that the glue on this canvas has been amazing? I have not, and I apologize, I'm going to go there. I've actually been having a lot of glue issues, and so this has been so far a nice change of pace. I have not had to bust out my alcohol spray for this canvas so far. I mean, granted, yeah, I'm on my first teeny little strip, but that's been an annoyance this year. But I want to talk about annoying diamond painters and annoying influencers in a fun, like, just tongue-in-cheek, really seriously, no offense meant. It's not It's not that serious. If you read the title and you're like, oh my God, she's gonna get real. Yeah, I might get a little real, but honestly, more or less meant to just be fun. There will be some real later. I will get into that, but for right now, just fun. Just fun. Okay, let's start with annoying things about diamond painters, myself included. To be honest with you, there might be things in here that apply to me, but I'm gonna go through the list. Okay. One thing that can be really, really annoying about diamond painters is the fact that, and maybe you have a friend who is a diamond painter, or you know of a YouTuber who's a diamond painter who just constantly is complaining about confetti and kits, and yet they buy the most confetti heavy canvases like every single time. I think sometimes those people buy them just expressly so they can bitch about them. That's annoying. Very, very annoying. Or saying, oh, I've been very, very, very guilty of this. Saying I'm not starting anything new until I finish my WIPs, and then immediately kidding something up. I have actually done that. Yes, it's annoying. But, I'm also trying to make content, so it's like, I think it's hard too, because sometimes if you're really not feeling or enjoying a kit, like, you gotta do something. It's supposed to be an enjoyable habit, right? Like, this is supposed to be a hobby, not a job. And so sometimes you gotta have a change of pace. But it happens. I don't know if you can hear my son talking, but he's upstairs on his VR or whatever. So if you do hear some random background sound, that's just my kid being loud and annoying, which also irritates me. But it is what it is. I tell them when I'm going to record, and sometimes they give a crap and sometimes they don't. It's fine. I'm over it. What else? Oh my gosh. Drill hoarding. Okay, I am way guilty of this. It's annoying, I'm sure, but listen, and I'm talking like after you finish your kits or whatever, like saving all your spares. Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This list that I have, I've grabbed, okay? So some of these things I might not totally agree with. That is one that I don't agree with. Like, it's not hoarding drills. I don't care if I have 40 bags of 310 in Ziplocs. I might need those someday. Probably not going to need them someday. Oh my gosh. Okay. People saying that they're on a no-buy and then buying 3 canvases for whatever reason. I see them on different places. I'm not on all of the merchandiser pages. I'm on some of the small shops and things like that, but it is really annoying when you're on even just a diamond painting fans page of some kind, and it's usually that same old person who's like, I'm in a no-buy, I'm saving for whatever, blah blah, and then the following week they're showing a picture of their recent haul, and you're like, I swore you just said you weren't buying any more canvases, but okay. Totally fine. But don't say you're on a no buy. Just say you're on a low buy. Say you're on an extremely low buy, and if something you gotta have, or if it's a problem and you just can't stop yourself from buying, then address the problem. I've been there. I have. It's hard because there's a lot of really good canvases out there, and you don't know if you'll ever see them again. It could be nerve-wracking. Things archive, whatever, but handle your business, what can I tell you? Other annoying things that diamond painters do. Let's see. Oh, workspaces. Okay. I am, my workspace is in, I would say my my semblance of sense, okay? So like another person might look at my desk and go like, oh my God, like, you got stuff all the places. I don't always tidy everything up every day when I finish. You know, I might do like a weekly cleanup of my desk area or whatever, but like the space chaos. But I'm usually fine until I'm looking for something specific, and then I'm like, okay, where did my tray go? I literally had it in my hand 2 seconds ago and it is gone. That is very, very annoying. But like, oh, let's see, annoying things about diamond painting: when you put your elbow or your hand or something into the glue. Oh, it's annoying. I also find it very annoying when, and now granted, I don't have to see anybody do this, but to know that people just like, they'll drop massive amounts of drills on the floor and like just decide that's just where you live now. This is your home. And not that I'm getting right up and like vacuuming the floor or anything, but I can't just leave stuff sit for days and days and days, because eventually it's going to end up in my shoe. It is going to end up stuck somewhere inappropriate, probably, because that is the way with drills. Finding them stuck on my butt, like when I go to get into a bath and I'm like, I'm sitting on, what am I sitting on? And then realize it's a drill stuck to my butt. And that happens without dropping my drills on the floor. I can't even imagine. Oh, Beans is having a dream over there. I don't know. Can you hear that? He was like whining or something. And he's doing that thing where he's like kicking his feet. Very cute. I wish I caught that on camera, but I did not. Beans is my Great Pyrenees. And he is a beautiful dog. He is a teenage boy, and he is very annoying sometimes. Oh my gosh. I'm annoyed mostly when it comes to diamond painters. Okay, and this is just a personal pet peeve of mine, and I'm sure there's good reasons for doing it, but it weirds me out when we have like the perforated plastic or whatever, and instead of like just going through and tearing and whatever, going along tearing, when people like leave the entire plastic in one piece and then like just peel it back and whatever, and then like put it back over the canvas, the whole, like, even if there's drills down on the canvas, do I know why that drives me buggy? No, I don't. I don't know why it bothers me. It's not, I don't have to deal with it, right? But it's just like, what are you doing? It's so weird. So weird. And I wouldn't call it I mean, I don't even know why it bugs me. I think it's probably, okay, so I'm not like, okay, you know how there's like, well, I'll get into diamond painting, like unboxers and stuff like that later, but the crinkly plastic doesn't really bother me, but this is like a thicker plastic, okay? When it's on a canvas, the thinner stuff that you find on like either older Diamond Art Club kits or on even some current kits for companies where the plastic is thinner. I think it's like the idea of listening to that plastic, like every time that you like fold it all the way back and then put it all the way down and it makes that noise. Like, I think that might be what it is that bugs the craps out of me. I don't know. I don't know why that bothers me. Does that bother you? But like just taking all of, okay, I'm not, again, this is not a thing that I do. There are people that do it and I'm not really sure why. Okay, people who take the plastic off all the way when they begin, okay, and then work on one color at a time and then cover it back up. And like I can't, okay. I probably did that on really small canvases when I got started, but like on larger canvases, I can't see being able to try and do one color on the canvas at a go until you, I don't know, get bored, I guess, or something, and then decide, oh, I'm going to change colors and whatever, and then cover it up when you're done. And then, the idea of being able to section things off and to do it in one little area and to feel like I accomplished something each time is so much more satisfying to me. So when I see like people who they do one color at a time, I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that? I can't even fathom. I can't, like I said, maybe when I was doing small canvases, but something this size, no freaking way. No way. Please tell me you don't do that. A monster. You're a monster. And if you do that, what do you not like about doing one little section at a time? Like, what is it about that bothers you? Or haven't you tried it? Maybe you haven't tried it. You should try it. If you haven't tried it, you should try it and see if you like doing small sections. And maybe it's because you don't like release papers. That's totally okay. But maybe then just cutting the I don't know, doing something, washing it off, like, and figure out in the squares that you want to do and try it. I say try it because you don't know you don't like it unless you tried it, right? And I've tried doing it the other way, and that, yeesh. Let's see. I'm just reading through this list. Some of these are stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is just an annoyance generally for me. I don't know if you guys deal with this too, but I will tell myself like, okay, I'm just going to finish this square and then I'm going to call it a night, you know, whatever. And then I'm like 10 more minutes and then it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, what was I doing? Oh, right. I was going to stop like eight hours ago or whatever. Like I can really lose track of time. That is pretty annoying. You guys get annoyed by losing track of time? I mean, it's good too to get lost in what you're doing, but oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm reading a few of these are really stupid funny. Oh, popping drills. Yeah, that's just annoying. I don't know who likes popping drills. That's just a given. When you're working on a piece and then all of a sudden the drill, like what I don't like is when I am straightening stuff out, okay? And I'll like straighten them out one at a time, or I'll straighten one on the end and I'm pushing it tighter and then you pop 6 out and you got to lay the whole thing again, that whole row. Oh, I hate that. So annoying. Oh, okay. But people who claim that they are really like, it's this, okay, this is the same with people who claim to have varied music tastes, okay? People who claim that they have all different kinds of tastes in diamond painting, but like 90% of their stash is like big-eyed girls or animals or whatever. You can tell a lot about a person, I feel like, from their stash, okay? And let me tell you, and this is probably, this is my opinion, but I think it's probably true anyway. And if you disagree with me, that's all right. You can argue with me in the comments. You can tell me how wrong I am. I feel like the people who collect different kinds of stashes are different kinds of people. The same way that like people fit into certain things because of their zodiac. I'm gonna get a drink. The way that people fit into certain zodiacs, like if you're an Aries, you act this way. If you're a Sagittarius, okay. Hear me out and tell me if you think I'm totally full of crap, okay? Lorenz and Spangler fans, I'm calling you out a little bit. Y'all are just a little bit weird. And I'm not talking like weird in a bad way or anything like that. I think that Lorenz and Spangler fans, one, tend to be people who probably work some kind of really like a serious type job, okay? So I'm guessing that the Spangler and Lorenz thing is probably because you work a really serious job and you like something a little kooky, and you're going to get your kooky out of your diamond painting. Totally fine. I think that Lorenz and Spangler fans also seem to be the type of people who will, like, what's the best way to put this? Well, like, cut a bitch, okay? I went there. Somebody will cut a bitch. They're just waiting for a person to say something so that they can clap back. I get that from, like, Lorenz and Spangler fans, okay? Now, if you are a landscape person, you tend to be like the gatekeepers, I've noticed. Like, you're the kind of people who just more or less want to see people get along with each other. But, as much as you want to see people get along with each other, you're also seem to be right at somebody's elbow when there's some stuff going down. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't want to stir the pot, but you definitely want to go over and get a whiff of what's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Landscape people. People who like portraits, myself, I'm talking about myself too here. People who like portraits, we are the kind of people that are like, I would really, really like you to listen to me, but I don't want you to actually, like, I don't want you to actually, credit me for anything that I told you to do, because if I got it wrong, I don't want to hear about it. And then also, we're the kind of people who are like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, stop looking at me. You're looking at me too long. Like, you're paying too close of attention. I don't like this attention, and I'd like you to get your face out of my face. I also think that people who enjoy portraits are a little bit mouthy and probably enjoy just stirring the pot. We're not just getting a whiff, we're like creating a whiff, if that makes any kind of sense to you, portrait people. I also think that portrait people tend to be a little bit self-conscious, and I think the reason that we enjoy portraits of like really beautiful people generally is because we ourselves have zero self-confidence. All right, people who like surreal or abstract things, and I don't mean like just generally, I mean people who are very like regimented in these areas, like that is your favorite, that's your thing, okay? People who like surreal landscapes or surreal things, you know, very abstract stuff, those people are high. They're just stoned all the time. Messed up on, no, I'm just kidding. But only a little bit. I think that those people are also the kind of people that are very, did you ever go to Lilith Fair? They're the kind of people who are probably reminiscing on times when they were teenagers and probably like doing roadies or whatever with their friends and getting into trouble. Like those are the surreal landscapes or abstract people, okay? And if you like animals, like if animals are really your thing, you are probably two-faced as hell. Why is that? I don't know. I have no freaking idea. Again, this is all just observation. And like a two-faced person is not always a bad thing. The problem, though, is that you have to be able to turn that off sometimes. And I feel like animal lover, like animal people who like animals specifically in their diamond paintings, they tend to have a really hard time turning that off. But I will say, on the positive, people I've noticed at least who really seem to dig on animals also seem to be some of the most loyal friends to those they are loyal to. Like, I don't know, like pack animals, I guess. You could think of it like a pride of lions. And you yourself are probably, like, you consider yourself to be a little bit alpha, and you probably really would come for somebody if they messed with your pack of people, even if you are a little bit two-faced. Does that all apply to any of you? If it doesn't, I apologize. That's just the observation that I've made of the people who seem to enjoy those things in my neck of the woods. If that's not you, again, it's all in good fun. I'm really just poking. Okay, so that was way off tangent, off topic, but whatever. Oh my God, you know what's really annoying? And I count myself amongst these annoying people. I've mentioned before that I dislike kidding down because to me it's very much like doing laundry or doing the dishes. Like, it's a chore that never freaking ends, and I hate doing it. And it's annoying because I will literally buy more storage so I don't have to kit something down. That's so stupid. So dumb. Why do I do that? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you, but I do it. Absolutely do it. Let's see. Where are we at for time? Oh, we're about halfways. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about some diamond painting influencers. And again, comedy mode activated. It's no shade. I mean, unless you recognize yourself, in which case, oopsies. Actually, before I get into diamond painting influencers, I will talk about something that actually, no. I don't want to end it on a, I will say this in the middle, and here's why. Because I don't want to end it on a sour note. That's just not my style. And this actually is something that did irk my spirit. And I mean deep into my spirit. After my live, was having a chat with some friends. And one friend and it was none of my friends that were annoying or anybody in the conversation. One of my friends pointed out that there's a person on Facebook, I will say that, and this person is out and about in aspects of the community, asking for certain things to go into voting, or putting things into voting that are very questionable. That being said, they, on their Facebook, their own Facebook, they have decided to list themselves not just as a diamond painter, okay, but as a diamond painting artist, meaning the art of diamond painting. Well, I will start by saying diamond painting is a hobby and a craft, okay? The art that we are diamond painting is not our art. This is not my art. This belongs to Yume. This is Yume art rendered by Diamond Art Club. They've done the artwork of pixelating it. I am just placing down little diamonds onto glue, okay? But this person has decided to call themselves a diamond painting artist. Okay, froofy, little weird. That's okay. You want to give yourself a title. But we looked a little deeper because this is a public profile in that they're attempting to sell the artwork that they are diamond painting. Again, not a problem. I've sold a couple of pieces to people. I didn't claim to be the artist on those pieces because I don't cut off the edges. I don't do anything. Now this person takes the diamond painting and they trim it down. They frame it. One piece in particular, they had put into a frame. It was Cup of Sunshine by Geneva Bowers. And I did this piece. Actually, I'll show you a picture of it. The artist is Geneva Bowers. And again, it was rendered by Diamond Art Club, this piece. I've completed this piece and it's beautiful. Okay. Well, she removed the edges from the diamond painting, put it into a frame, had a little plaque at the bottom that said Cup of Sunshine, a cup of sunshine on it. Naming the piece, right? That's the name of the piece. She signed, I don't know if it was the glass of the actual, like, glass of the frame, just over the diamond painting. It didn't look like it was on the diamond painting itself, but she signed the piece as though it were her artwork. Okay. Again, this is a craft. It is a hobby. We are not ourselves the artist. This is not my piece. This is Yume's piece. And to pretend, to make believe that you are an artist is, I think, one, annoying, because we're not the artist. We are embellishing artwork. What we're doing is making the artwork pretty, I think. But if the deference to what you're doing is not to the artist, the art piece itself, if there's no honor in the artist that creates it, I don't understand that. I don't get it. And to be honest with you, I would really, one, like to report this person to Diamond Art Club, for one, because she has signed something that Diamond Art Club rendered by one of their artists that they license, and she's signed it as though it's hers. And then to report her to Geneva Bowers, because that was Geneva Bowers' artwork. Now, and this is not the only piece that she's done this with. She's asking people to buy her completed diamond paintings, and they're not expensive. That's good. She wants people to buy the finished pieces, but when she completes it, she puts it into a frame, and then she signs it as though it is her art. That is wrong. And I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. No clue. I will try to, even though that person is probably not listening. Maybe you know who this person is. I don't know. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to be bitchy. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to explain what that looks like to a person who does not know anything. Oftentimes I find that the people who want to buy completed diamond paintings are often not people who diamond paint themselves. They probably don't know anything about diamond painting, really. They see the art and they go, oh, that's really cool. I want to own some of that. Or they could be a person who they have pieces, but they don't have time to complete it, so they pay somebody else to do it, or whatever. They just like the piece and they don't want to buy the diamond painting to diamond paint it, but they, throw my pen, but they want the piece, you know, whatever. But to sign your name to it, like sign the back, if it's that, right? If you just want to have recognition for doing it, cool. But you are not an artist. You are not an artist. Please don't do that. Credit the artist on the front of the diamond painting. Where you put a cup of sunshine in a plaque, put by Geneva Bowers. That's Geneva Bowers' art, not your art, okay? And I'm just, before you get I don't know, a cease and desist or sued by somebody because you're claiming artwork that's not yours. You are not an artist. I mean, unless you're doing, if you created the art, then sign it. But that's not your art. That's Geneva Bauer's art specifically. The other pieces I didn't recognize as a specific artist, so I don't know. Maybe those are your pieces, those, but not the Geneva Bauer's. Really annoying. Really just inappropriate, too, in my opinion. That rant over, because that really did, like, it boiled my blood for a little while. I had to really, like, just chill because it made me angry. Really angry. Now, I will talk about annoying things about influencers, though, because we're annoying. I'm annoying. I know I'm annoying. It's not like I'm trying to be annoying, but I know I get there. I'm aware. I'm annoying enough that somebody still, to this day, does one downvote on my videos. And for you specifically, I say, smoochies, love you. Thanks for the downvote, boo. I honestly don't care. I only bring it up at all because I just happened to notice that it was still happening. I'm like, oh my God, do I really live rent-free in someone's head like that? Because that's pretty funny. Okay. Diamond painting influencers and what's annoying about them, me included. Whichever ones apply to me. Okay. When you click on a video that says WIP and chat and they're walking, no. Nope. Rewind. When you click on a video that says WIP and chat and they are not working on a piece or kitting up a piece or kitting down a piece or doing anything diamond painting related, that is not, I mean, unless your life generally is a work in progress, then say that or something, because that is not what a WIP and chat is. I mean, granted, I'm not the arbiter of what a WIP and chat is or is not. Like, I'm not the grandmaster of WIP and chats, but work in progress typically means that you're working on a piece in progress as it refers to diamond painting on your diamond painting channel. What are you doing? Okay. I'm sorry. It is annoying. It is a little annoying. Only because it's like it's false advertising a little bit is all. When the camera is angled in such a way that I can't see the piece that you're working on. If I'm watching a WIP and chat, I want to watch you working. I want to see what you're working on. I mean, now, sure, you could argue that, like, if you were sitting and chatting with somebody while diamond painting, that you wouldn't be looking at their canvas. You'd probably be looking at their face, but that's not what the WIP and chat is. Or like get two angles, like you and your face, and then the canvas or your background or whatever whatever else you wanted it pointed at. Your dog, I don't know, your fish tank. I don't like that. It's just for me personally. I don't like it. But do you? You're doing great, I'm sure. Oh my God. People who... Okay. I don't watch ASMR. That's not my bag. It's not my thing. So if you like that, that's cool. Not for me. But what I don't like is a person who, like, either A, they haven't maybe figured out like how to auto equalize sound on their cameras or whatever, or like, I don't know, they go from whispering 1 minute to like screaming into the freaking microphone the next minute. Not my favorite. That's really annoying. I don't know too many people who do that, but sound sound issues are definitely a thing for me. Just, well, because of autism, I have issues with sounds anyways. And so when there's just like sudden sounds or what have you, like that really just, blah, can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see, what else? Oh gosh. Okay. Calling something a haul video and you're unboxing like 2 things. I don't know. Maybe that is a haul for some people. Just call it a product unbox. Call it something else. A haul is not appropriate for 2 items. I feel like a max, or like a minimum of 3 items is necessary in order to call something a haul. Is that weird? Is that wrong? I don't know. You tell me. What do you think is the minimum amount for a haul video? Because I feel like there is a minimum. And I think it's 3. That's for me anyways. I guess a haul could be 1 item first. I suppose it depends on the size of the item. Like if it's 15 pounds, I guess you had to haul it a little bit. But I think when it comes generally to a haul video, if you're just showing like a tray and a pen, it's not really a haul. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everybody's different on that one. So I'll grant you your haul video might be different than my haul video. But that's just how I feel about it. Oh my gosh. Okay. When diamond painting influencers are like, oh my God, this is my favorite company, about every single company that they unbox ever. It can't be your favorite. If you can say I love this company or whatever, but they can't be your favorite if you just said that about 3 other companies. Like favorites, you could say they're in my top 5 or something, you know, but to say they're my favorite company is like, it's a little disingenuous. I don't know if I believe you then about anything ever. Oh my gosh. I know, okay. I don't see too many people who like go crazy. I don't personally have it like where I need to have a different pen and a different tray and a different putty for every single video that I make. I don't have it like that. Now, if I had a different tray and putty and pen for every canvas or every day or every whatever, maybe I would do that, but I don't have it like that. I don't think it's annoying in the sense that, like, obviously, again, all of this is said like in good spirits and good fun, not meant to be mean. Like, because I don't have it like that. And you could call that sour grapes if I'm like, it's so annoying that you use a different pen and tray, and I don't feel like that. But for me, it's like, that'd be, for me personally, that would be way too much to think about. Like, I understand why people do it, why people want to have a tray and a pen and a putty that all matches and whatever. Like, cool. If that's what you enjoy about the hobby, that's awesome. I personally I don't have money like that. B, I like, that's too much to do. That's too much to think about. So I don't think it's annoying. I think that I could see how someone could interpret that as annoying. If they are like, they're not, I don't have that kind of money. You know what I mean? And so in some ways, I think people could be a little bit envious, right? And have some sour grapes about it. I can understand that. But for me personally, it's not that I think it's annoying. I would be annoyed by trying to change out trays and putties and pens every freaking video or every single canvas or whatever. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up with that. 1, financially, and 2, it's too much thinking about it. It's too much work. Too much work. I don't want to do it. I use the trays that I like, that work best for me. I like I use the same pens that work best for me, and I use the putties that work best for me. So you'll see a lot of repeating items on here, not just A, because I'm poor, but B, because it's practical. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh my God. Okay. So this one is super, super annoying in unboxings. If it takes you 9 minutes before you even start talking about the canvas, you have not even opened the box, okay? Wow. What are you doing? Granted, there are some people who love those kind of videos. I am not one of those people. I don't know what's going on with my tray. It wants to keep all of my diamonds today. I can't watch them. I can't pay attention that long. There might be people who are very much into a 45-minute unboxing for one canvas. I am not one of those people. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people who does love those. I don't mean anything by it. I'm not trying to be mean. I just cannot bring my attention span focused in like that on one thing for that long. I mean, you'd have to be telling me some really fantastic facts about this canvas to keep me engaged for 45 minutes on a single unboxing. I can't. But if you like those, you probably don't watch my unboxings anyway. You're probably not watching my channel anyway. Maybe. Okay. So when unboxers, they're unboxing a canvas or whatever, and they act like certain things are a surprise every single time they unbox something. Like, oh my God, this render is incredible. And you're unboxing a Diamond Art Club. Yeah, we know the renders are incredible. Now, granted, I know you're unboxing for somebody who's maybe never seen an unboxing before in every single video, but just that we know you're feigning surprise when we've watched you unbox 900 Diamond Art Club canvases. Like, we know you know. I get it. I understand. But it is a little annoying. Not gonna lie. I do it too. Okay, so here's a question. And I need to know if this is something that annoys you. Because I am not personally annoyed by it, but some people are. The plastic. When people are opening bags, or when people are removing the plastic from the canvas to get the canvas out, or the drills or whatever, are you pro hearing crinkly plastic, or are you like, please God, tear out my eardrums, I cannot listen to crinkly plastic sounds? Where do you fall on the crinkly plastic sound debate? Because for me personally, it doesn't bother me, but I know some people are like, please God, no. Please, please, please do not let me sit and listen to just like the whole time, or even for 5 seconds. Where do you stand on that? Okay, I think sometimes, now this is another thing that can be a little bit annoying, and there are only a few creators that I've seen do this. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens sometimes, where you can get a feeling like, I'm gonna take a drink. You can get this feeling that the unboxer or influencer feels like their favorite artist is like the only correct artist, like it's the only good artist or whatever, and like everybody else is garbage next to them. Now, granted, I do revere Margaret Morales. She is obviously my like number one, or at least in my very high top 5 favorite artists. I do love and respect very much her body of work, okay? But I can also see why there's a draw to all sorts of other artists. I would hope that I'm never giving the impression that I believe somehow that what I think is right and everybody else is wrong. I hope I don't give that impression. I would like to think that I don't, but if I do, I seriously don't mean to. That is certainly not how I actually feel. But I've noticed that there are some unboxers, influencers, YouTubers, whatever, that they do behave as though their particular favorite artist is like everything. And anybody else that you like is just like garbage for whatever reason. I've seen them. They exist. They do. Oh, also, I will say, and granted, this is just my own personal opinion, poured glue is superior to a double-sided adhesive, and I will die on this hill. There are some people who feel opposite, that, what in the hell? Come on, drills. Come off of there. There are some people who feel like double-sided adhesive is the best thing ever, and they will die on that hill. I don't understand them, but they probably also have way more practice with the double-sided adhesive than I do. So I'll give them that. I really don't have a lot of patience for it, and I don't want to. I figure we have the double poured adhesive instead of the double-sided adhesive. Why do we need to even bother with double-sided adhesive anymore? But that's just my feelings. Let's see. Oh, there are some people in their whipping chats who will say things like, oh my God, I hate drama. But then the next words out of their mouths are drama about somebody. And now, granted, you don't see so much of it anymore where they name names. I kind of feel like that's a little bit worse because it's a little bit of cowardice, but I get it. You're trying to keep your subscribers, you're trying to keep your channel. So, and you're trying not to have somebody's fan base come for you. Totally understand. But don't say I don't like drama and then immediately start talking crap about people. Like, I didn't start this by saying, I don't like drama. I wasn't trying to start drama. I'm really not. We're having fun, right? I'm having fun. Anyway, and there's really nothing meant by it. I'm not naming anybody in particular. So, there's that. Like I said, if it sounds like you, it probably isn't you. You probably don't watch my channel anyway. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my God. People who really pretend like they are organizing their stash every other week, but we know that they haven't probably counted their stash since 2018. You think they might know how many canvases that they actually have, but they really have no flippin' idea. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm great at keeping my stash in order. I do have a stash list and I do sometimes remember to update it, but I'm just bad in general at that kind of thing anyway. So it's not because I'm trying to pretend to be anything, cool or whatever. I do have a vague idea of a number, but I don't know the exact number. And that's more or less just because I'm really bad at updating my stash list. I don't ever pretend to be organized like that. I'm really not. I'm never that organized. And if I pretend like I am, call me out on my bull crap because I'm probably lying. Oh my gosh. When a person who is an affiliate of things, they're like, oh, I'm not trying to push you to buy it, but then they give you their code again. and again and again. Oh, you can use anybody else's code if you want to, but mine is. And I'll say my codes every now and again, like, yeah. But I can tell you straight up, if you don't use my codes, it's totally fine. I mean it. I really, really mean it. But they're down in the description. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. It's fine if you don't use my codes. I just hope that you use codes, honestly. Go save money. Don't spend full price on anything if you don't have to. Like, diamond painting is expensive enough as it is. So if you don't like me and you don't want to use my codes, fine. Go find somebody else's codes. But don't spend full price. This stuff's expensive. This crap ain't cheap. Oh my gosh. When every single time they're like, links in the description or whatever, and you go down into the description and you find a link to what they think you think is in the video, and it is totally not the thing that is in the video, that is really annoying. I've had that happen a few times where I'm like, okay, I want to go find this person's pen or whatever, and then I click a link in the video and it's like takes me, I don't even know where, to Amazon or some other random whatever, and I'm like, this is not what you just showed me. I wanted to look at what you just showed me. Man, check your links, y'all. Make sure your links are right. Would ya? Would ya? Oh my gosh. So I don't, okay. I don't like it when a person like starts saying things to people like, hi besties, or what's up my friends, and they don't remember your name. Like, that can be a little annoying. It's sort of, I don't know. I'm not a love bomby type person. I don't like to say things that I don't mean. And generally, like, I really do make an effort, especially in my live streams, and of course in voice chats and things like that. I do very, 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 very much try to remember everybody's name. Like, even your username and your actual name that you give me to use. So, like, if your username says, let's say your username says, Tidy Cat number 345, right? But your name is Brenda. I will try to remember that your name is Brenda. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm your friend and then not remember your name. I just think that that is a courtesy. If you're going to make like you are friendly with people, then be friendly, you know, be friends. And then finally, I would say it's probably most annoying to me, like really, really annoying to me, when a person is like, either they're trying to do an unboxing, but now suddenly I am in a WIP and chat, or I'm in a WIP and chat and then I was all of a sudden in a review or whatever. Like, I would prefer it if your title matches what you're doing, or okay, that is not the most annoying. The most annoying is when your thumbnail and or you have no thumbnail and your title doesn't say what you're doing. Like, if you are unboxing, okay, you are unboxing Naughty Space Void by Yume Art from Diamond Art Club. Put that in the title. Don't just say unboxing from Diamond Art Club and then not put it in the thumbnail. Okay, so you didn't put it in the title, fine. Put it in the thumbnail. Jesus, put it in the thumbnail. I need to know. What am I clicking on? Why am I watching it? Just tell me what I'm going to watch, and I'll watch it if I want to watch it. Ugh, I don't like that. So I really try to be concise with both the titles and the thumbnails so that you're getting what I say you're going to get. Just Just put the freaking, because I'm telling you, it's so hard sometimes when I'm looking for a post review, right, of a specific canvas. Like, I want to see a post review of Naughty Space Void by Yume Art. And then I go look. I'm like, okay, I start putting into YouTube, not post review Naughty Space Void, Yume Art. And I find post review Yume. No title. And then it's not even the canvas I was looking for. And you probably have a really great post review of Naughty Space Void by Yume Art, but you didn't put it in the freaking title. So I can't search it. It's not in there. Like, just put it in the title. You don't have to call it like something really cheeky, like, you know, grabby title, clickbait. Just tell me what you're doing. Because, I mean, unless you want to really, like, grab my attention for some reason, just put in the title, you know? Anyway. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's time. Let's get out the tarot card thought for the week. Now that we've talked about annoying things, the most annoying things about diamond painters and influencers, let's pull a tarot card. Now, this will be our thought for the week. I'm just looking for boobs. There's a butt crack. It's an art butt crack, so it's fine. The loam is our card. Look at that face. What is that? And it's a butt crack. Right on top of his head. Her head? His head. Their head? I don't know. And then look at, there's like little goblins. Okay, let's see what the loam has for us this week. The loam. The loom. All right, I'm gonna get a little drinky first too. Right there she is. Okay, our key words are unconventional giving and unconditional, no, not unconventional, unconditional giving and unconditional receiving are the key words. All right. She is right side up. It says, if you are stuck or blocked in a situation and the loam turns up in a reading, you probably need to stop focusing on what you are trying to accomplish and simply give to others freely and generously and unconditionally. Try a few random acts of kindness, unconditionally given, of course. Do some volunteer work somewhere. Mow your elderly neighbor's lawn, or take homemade soup or some flowers from your garden to someone you know who is ill. Give some help to a coworker just because they need it. Give to a needy stranger, whether or not you think he deserves it. Take flowers into a hospital and give them to a stranger at random, or give them to a nurse with compliments from the universe. Give a bit more than you think you can afford. Go a little further than you think you reasonably can. Empty your wallet or purse of all your cash for a beggar on the street. Don't worry, it will fill up again much faster than you might expect. And you know, there is something to be said. Like, yeah, okay, so I talked about annoying things and got some things off my chest. I had to clear my karma, voodoo, whatever you wanted, like my woo-woo. I had to clear the decks, right? But truly and honestly, I do fully ascribe to the idea that you should give kindness freely, that it should be given all the time. And while, yes, things annoy me in life, all sorts of things annoy all of us in life, but the comedian Josh Johnson actually said it best, I think. And that is that, you know, we try to, and I'm paraphrasing majorly, we try so hard to cut out all of these inconveniences in our lives. We have this $20,000 robot to come and do chores for us so we can lay on the couch and watch more TV. Those inconveniences in life are what living is about, right? And so if you cut out all of those inconveniences, you cut out living. And so, yeah, we're going to get annoyed, and yeah, we're going to be inconvenienced, and yeah, there's going to be things that we don't like, people we don't like, things that piss us off. But, you know, honestly, like, if that's how you know you're alive, you're annoyed, you're happy, you're angry, you're sad, you're alive, right? And while we are alive, it is really, truly, and vitally important to reach out your hand to somebody who needs the help. And don't bother worrying about if it's a hand out or a hand up, and just put your hand out and then help somebody up, because then we can all be lifted to the same place together. Anyway, like I said, just go out there, be kind, give freely, give more than you can afford, do more than you reasonably can, because the world will pay it back. It always does. It always has for me. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. It has been a pretty awesome time. This was a little longer than I normally go, but I was having a good time. I hope you were too. I'm so grateful every single day for you, and I'm glad that you were born. But as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful world of ours, that you are having a glorious morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.